Hello, welcome to our Trews Thanksgiving special. Today we're talking about the Dakota Access Pipeline. It's November, it's Native American month as declared by President Barack Obama. What better way to celebrate it than oppressing, beating and exploiting Native Americans? There is no better way.
Protests against the Dakota Access oil pipeline have spread nationwide this week. Opponents say the last remaining section of the pipeline would threaten the drinking water and cultural sites of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe in North Dakota.
Come on, cultural sites. Yeah, but it's also threatening our drinking water. Yeah, but just drinking water and cultural sites. You're putting that pipeline through my grandmother's face. Oh, you people. If you want this pipeline to work, you're going to have to be a lot more compliant.
The 1,200-mile-long pipeline would carry 500,000 gallons of crude oil every day from North Dakota through South Dakota and Iowa to a shipping point in Illinois. But since August, hundreds, sometimes thousands of members of various Indian tribes have gathered at a camp near Cannonball, North Dakota to try and stop construction.
So it's nice to see like all of those tribes coming together and other protesters coming together, and it's also nice to have something as ridiculous as Native American Month reframed, because like one of the things that we talk about a lot in the Trews is the ways that these ridiculous symbols are put up, these ludicrous festivities that have no relationship to actual reality. You know, you can have like what is it, Spare a Turkey Day or Pardon a Turkey Day, but that only exists in the context of massively murdering other turkeys, or eating them, or whatever your views are on that. But Native American Month only exists in the acknowledgement of the historical exploitation and massacre of Native American people and the continuing exploitation. I mean, you sort of see people give like pretty solemn speeches about it's pretty awful what we done to the Native Americans, sorry about it. Are you gonna also translate that apology into not doing it now? Listen, just enjoy the sounds of the apology, soothe in your ear, gushing past like a pipeline full of oil going through someone's drinking water. Like, what's the point in these symbols if they bear no relationship to reality? Symbols are supposed to remind us of a deeper truth. Have a Native American Month by all means, but have it as a reminder that we've treated Native people really badly and we're not going to do it anymore. Oh, I don't know that bit. That has consequences and sacrifice. Yes. That's the whole point of symbols.
I'm joined now by Kelsey Warren. He's the CEO of Energy Transfer Partners, the company that owns and is building the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Firstly, I think we can definitely trust this guy from the pipeline company.
If the pipeline is built and it goes under the Missouri River, that it is going to, if it were to leak, potentially contaminate their drinking water.
It's going to go 90 feet to 115 feet below the lake's surface. It's thick wall pipe, extra thick, by the way, more so than just a normal pipe that we lay.
It's not just some normal pipe. It's not a normal pipe that was just, like a sort of plastic or a McDonald's straw with it rushing through. This is a proper pipe. We put a lot of effort into this pipe.
We're not going to have a leak. I can't promise that, of course.
Can't promise it. There might be a leak, yeah, it probably will be a leak, will there? Yeah, almost certainly, really. I mean, there's one bit where we just joined the pipes together like that. We just used sellotape over the gap. I suppose that could come off. Like, look, don't have the pipe then. Well, you say that, Russell, but aren't there, there are other ways of getting energy resources. If you have a system that's continually economically led to and prioritised over all else, then there will be consequences. It's just obvious. In a way, you can't blame old pipeline man. He's just doing what the rules of the game dictate. Make money for the old pipeline firm.
But that no one would get on airplanes if they thought they were going to crash.
That's a very good point.
You say that it's very unlikely or very rare that this pipeline might rupture, but some companies' pipelines seem to spill more than others. And your subsidiary, Sunoco Logistics, has a pretty poor track record when it comes to leaks. I mean, according to analysis done by Reuters, Sunoco Logistics spills more crude than any of its competitors.
More than any of its competitors? Are they the worst people we could get? Well, I mean, if spilling's not your thing, then yes.
200 oil leaks in the last 6 years. Doesn't that safety record indicate that the concerns of the Standing Rock tribe ought to be listened to?
Yes, that's exactly what it indicates. It indicates that they are reasonable concerns. I mean, because I don't think that they should build the pipeline, even if it's like 100% guaranteed that it's going to be all right. Just piss off, build your pipeline somewhere else, find some other solutions to energy. When are you going to admit that this system's not working, that it's causing crisis after crisis, it's displacing people, it's poisoning people, it's ruining the planet as a whole? When are you going to look at some alternatives when there's literally no choice?
But everybody should be concerned about that.
We should be concerned about it, but we're not doing anything about it. I am concerned. Look at me. I just changed my face, didn't I? That's my concern face. That's the face I always use when I'm concerned. When a pipeline spill, I'll go down there to Dakota and I'll do this in it. What are you doing? Tell me, concerned face. Stop it. Stop it. Fix the leak. I'll do the face harder and hopefully that'll work. The leak is getting worse.
Sunoco's a 100-plus-year-old company, and there's some very, very old pipe.
We've been making pipes out of rickety old timber for some time now. This pipe was made by my old grandpa.
In our network pipeline
We've seen
system.
ruptures in very recent, newly built pipes. I mean, your Permian Express pipeline in Texas was a brand new pipe. It spilled 8,000 barrels, I believe.
Oh, I can't even build new pipes. The old pipes are ruined, the new pipes. There are a bit of point where your pipes haven't been ruined, but really.
Keystone 1, again, a very new pipeline, spilled 14 times in its first year.
I was like, I feel sorry for the bloke now because he's so crap at building pipes and it's his sort of job and thinking, oh God, I don't even like making pipes. What does he say when he gets home and that? Any trouble at work today, dear? Yeah. Was it trouble connected to the inefficiency of your pipe? Look, just shut up, okay?
I mean, it just seems like the concerns of the Standing Rock tribe are not based on nothing.
Like I said, everybody should be concerned about spilling oil on the ground or gasoline or any hydrocarbon or any contaminant for that matter.
Big concerns, not enough. What's actually happening is that there's been a protest going on since April with an escalation of violence. 400 protesters have been arrested by officers. There's been pepper spraying, tear gassing, rubber bullets and tasers and less than lethal methods. What methods are you using? Well, we won't kill everyone. Oh. Well, thank you so much. You guys are pretty responsible. You should probably build the pipe.
Energy Transfer is doing the very best we can. We're complying with all the laws, all the rules, and we're over-designing. This pipeline is being built to safety standards that far exceed what the government requires us to do.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because in a way that shows you that really that's how this sort of stuff works. They're going to make maximum profit. They're only going to respond to standards that are set in place, but because of the lobbying industries in the United States of America, those standards are always penalisingly low. I mean, penalising for the population. And as we've said many times, whenever the interests of big business come up against the interests of the people, unless people know how to consolidate, protest, and be active, they'll get crushed. Even here, it seems like people are, really coming together against this. They've established these camps. They're protesting in a sort of, it seems like a very sort of effective way. But what's the result? Native American Indian Month. Could part of Native American Indian Month be not pepper spraying and desecrating the lands of Native American people? No. It's much more of a thing where I say it's Native American Month.
Last question for you. President Trump, President-elect Trump, is, I know he holds some stock in your company reportedly, and I know you're a big supporter of his. Do you think when he becomes president that he will simply authorize the construction of this pipeline?
I do, yes.
I do. I mean, I've come on your show to be polite to you, but to be honest, Donald Trump's got $2 billion invested in this company, so it's unlikely that we're gonna have any problem. I just came on, it's my grandson's birthday. Cyril, happy 9th birthday. I'm gonna be piping you some best birthday wishes. I just hope they reach you.
And what happens to the protesters at that point?
If they want to stick around and continue to do what they're doing, great, but we're building the pipeline.
All right, Kelsey Warren, CEO of Energy Transfer Partners, thanks very much for talking with us.
Thank you, sir.
Boy, do we need to design new systems. Do we need to usurp people that ignore the interests of our planet and our people continually? I suppose we're going to have to find new means of communication, new means of coming together, and I suppose start putting into place some of these new energy systems, unless you want to be pipelined to death by old Barry Crackpipe there.
It's time for President Obama to condemn these tactics in this pipeline. Our culture, our children, and our homelands have repeatedly been stolen from us.
On that bastion of truthful news report in The View, the brilliant Whoopi Goldberg said that Barack Obama, before his presidency is officially concluded, could use his remaining power to prevent this from happening, and it would in fact be a marker of what manner of man he was, what side of the argument he stood upon.
The Native Americans were here first. This was their country. So, Obama, Senate, Congress, House, everybody.
All of you.
Fix this if you can.
Fix it.
Fix it.
So that's a wonderful challenge from Whoopi Goldberg to Barack Obama. Is political power able to stand up for people in any circumstances at all? Or is the pipe between the powerful and the people as leaky as the Dakota pipeline will certainly be? That's some true news. Subscribe here if you want to. Your subscription could just trickle out and dissipate before it gets to us.
Is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the news. If the news was true, I want some trews. Let's have some trews.